Many members of our Georgia community gathered to celebrate hemp after UGA harvested its
Here I
first
am at
crop
Waller's
here.
Coffee Shop where we're going to have our November 9th HalloWEED event.
HalloWEED Fest 2019 Recap, Part 1, Tree Gong.
Here is this beautiful hemp wall that we made, hemp lime, and I was just checking on it after all that rain, and as you can see, it's definitely stronger than plywood. Oh my goodness. Setting up for the hemp event. We've got some beautiful products and scents.
Fact of the matter is, we share one earthly mother, which makes this woman my sister, which makes that man my brother, which makes the ground that we walk on sacred that you will discover the light within the soul. It burn like fire. Lift up, may your conscience remain higher. When I look up to the sky, I remember who I am. When the wind blows across my skin, remember where I come from. Mighty ocean, majestic trees, same blood that flows in me. We wade through the river, we're ready to fly.
Trees here right around us, and you might wonder why they're here or how they're here, because we often don't see them in our urban areas, and these particular trees are here because there's soil. It's that simple. There's earth. You need earth for trees. Amen. So you start with a little earth, but unfortunately because trees and humans, we love earth, but so do buildings. So sometimes you need an exception. And the reason why this building is here and it isn't bigger is probably because of this stream. You can only build so closely to a stream. So I'm just kind of explaining the nuances of why trees are where they are and why they aren't where they. And it all starts with zoning. So there's a whole political process behind zoning. And I watch a lot of trees come down because the placement of what we call imperviousness is more important than the perviousness. And I talk about this because people want to know what they can do to make it better for trees. And the answer is go up. Yeah. So instead of spreading your building out, you actually have to go up, because there's no way of saving land in an urban area except going up. And I know that's hard to hear, because who wants a big building by them? But it's better than a spread out building, because spread out buildings crowd out good things. And that is, for me, trees. Yeah, so, you know, a lot of trees, a lot of it's about numbers. So we have, in the city of Atlanta, they actually just recently counted the trees that have come down and the trees that have been removed and the trees that have been planted. And they want to tell you, and I say they, it's more the capitalist system wants to convey that, oh, you can replace a tree. Yeah, you can replace a tree, but it takes time, and time is money. So, for example, in the last 7 years, 80,000 trees ran up for buildings.
80,000 trees.
Residential zones.
Is Aviva here?
And
Oh, that's you.
40,000. What size of the trees are taking down? Huge. I'd say average 1,000-foot canopy. So you can't replace a 2-inch tree with a 1,000-foot canopy or a 30-inch tree. So it's just basic math. 1 + 1 = 2. So as long as you know that, you're going to know how tree ordinances work. So if you want to protect trees, you really kind of have to protect the earth, which maybe means, and I love people. I'm a human being myself, and I love being human. And so they're fractile, and they just expand outward. and their critical root zones are circular. And when you try to put a square in a circle, it doesn't work out sometimes. So you can have a lot more tree in a circle than you can in a square. So I'm a big believer in circles and trees, and letting them build around themselves.
And we've got that wall in the back, which is like something you could build in a circle.
Yeah.
Earth and building, yeah.
Yeah. I guess what I really want to show you though is Tree Gong.
Yeah.
So Tree Gong is my little invention of my two loves, which are trees and Qigong. Qi means energy, Gong means work. So we're combining a little energy work. And I'm up on the stage and I'm going to do a little Tree Gong. So I talked about trees being reciprocal to our energy as human beings. We evolved with trees, so they're in our blood. They really are in our blood, and there's a lot we can do with them. And they don't really care about our shit, so you know, they're not going to get upset if you have some negative energy. They're just going to kind of absorb that. And that's the opportunity with a tree. So I have a beautiful tree behind me. It's actually an unusual tree. It's, I believe, a laurel oak. And we have a lot of what typically, like, you might call, like, that's I see a white mulberry, which makes excellent food there. And it's a deciduous tree. There's a birch tree here, also related to the maple family. These are typically trees that you'll find near water. Up here, these bigger trees, tulip poplars. So you might think that you want to go gather, to be with a tree, you might want to be with the biggest tree. Not necessarily. Sometimes the bigger trees, they have their own thing to do, so you want to be with the small tree. The next thing you want to do is you have to turn on your intention. And the way you turn on your intention is you ask the tree for permission to be with it. So we're gonna ask this tree behind me, and it's a big one. We could do this one Aviva's with right here. It actually would be pretty nice. It's got its own form, it's very unique. It's wood, which is one of the elements of the Chinese elements. Kind of loosen up a little bit. And the first thing we're going to do is just to open ourselves up to this tree. We're going to put our hands on our chest. Don't be scared. As you're making a prayer, we're just going to ask this tree to be with it. Breathe that in. Trees are rooted, so imagine your energy being connected to the earth. Relax your shoulders. So to be with the tree, you have to slow yourself down. So the way you do you slow yourself down is you breathe. So we inhale. And we exhale. At your own pace, it's your own dance. Sitting down, that's good. Just feel your feet planted into the earth. Move your hands as if they're rooting all the way down through the earth, like a tree. Because guess what? That's what trees do. They root. Now we slowed ourselves down a little bit. Feel the balls of our feet connected to the earth. Maybe suspended above. So we're going to do a little tree biology here. So we pull water up through our xylem, up through our bodies, through our trunk, all the way up into the canopy. Still feeling the connection to the ground and to the heaven. Then open your hands up like you're opening your stomata on a leaf. And then transpire that out. So pulling water up and out. That's a stomata. Stomata is a little hole. It's how a leaf breathes, how it expels water out. So one tree in the summer can transpire up to 500 gallons of water. And the opening for that is through those stomata. So the other half of photosynthesis, so you bring water up from your roots into your canopy and you transpire that. What's the other half of photosynthesis? Fire, right? So you take the fire, the sun, and it's a little cold, so we need that fire. And you're like a leaf, and you bring that fire, you bring it through your trunk, through your phloem, all the way down to your roots. You make sugar. As if your feet go, there's like a reflection of yourself underneath you. And push that down into your earth self. Good, and just let's draw up again, and this time dragging our hands to the canopy. So yawning is a great way to exchange energy with trees. Good. Just take one foot forward, left foot. Like the pulling taffy from the earth. Through your loud gum. Let's switch. Keeping it moving because it's a little cold. So let's rub our hands together. Keep the back of your hand. Keep the back of your arm. Keep that front of your arm. Back. Moving. This is what I call the Qigong flu shot. This is your thymus gland.
Oh.
Stimulate those T cells, baby. Woo! Yeah, and stop it. Just hit. Like you could have had a V8. Breathe in. And make the sound.
What's inside?
And vibrate your thymus gland.
It did tip over. That's because it's so big it can't stand.
Good. Let's get back on the other side. Other side. Come back to the back. These are all acupressure points, so we're warming up here a little bit.
Look what they're doing. You gotta put your stick down there.
Yeah, like that.
Oh, let's go talk to them. One, two. Stick stays low to the ground. Stick stays low to the ground. Follow me.
Qigong's an excellent excuse to get silly.
Yes.
Okay, come.
Okay, cool. So now we warm up. Let's shake that out a little bit. Just get our blood circulating. I've never had a tree like this. This is awesome. So, imagine like your lao gung or like a little a little like a antenna. And just kind of lean into the tree and lean back.
And I know Native Americans sometimes put something under trees so they'll grow like this as directional points. I wonder if that happened in this case, like directing you towards water.
This one is probably not old enough, but yeah, they definitely, something happened here. Someone tied it down. It's a cherry laurel. Very unusual for it. It's a cherry laurel. It might be a oak laurel. Sure. I'm going to say cherry laurel because it looks evergreen. So we just bounce into that. Get back down into your root. Draw up. Look up into the canopy. Sweep the canopy. Back down. So the key to being with the tree, and it's really hard, is you have to slow yourself down. So inhale, exhale. Typically we take 7 breaths a minute. You need to get down to about 2 breaths a minute.
Probably the key to any relationship.
Yeah. And when we're doing this with the tree, we're also doing it with each other. So it being reciprocal energy. And this beautiful child. And let's just bounce in. So this is like Japanese tree bathing. So we're in all this tree breathing. The trees are expelling carbon and oxygen. We expel carbon, that's our reciprocal relationship with the tree. Let's just get back down. Just one more time, drawing up from the earth, pulling your water up. All the way up in your canopy. Those leaves pushing out bottom. As you come down, this time we'll bring heaven to earth, so other way, bringing fire above, down through our bodies, through our roots. There's different sounds you can make. Ah is a good sound, it's a metal sound. The sound helps you get down to your cellular level. As you come together, just draw your heels together and push your hands together right here. Below your belly button, what we call the chi high point, keeping your heaven to earth connection. Belly expands and contracts as you inhale and exhale. We can thank the tree and each other. So, everybody has a tree nearby them. I call them your teacher. Spend some time with your tree in your yard. Choose one that you can be with a lot. Build a relationship. And you can use your tree gong anytime you want. I did some special moves, but you can do anything. The main thing is just slowing down your breath and being with the tree.
Slowly